Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris-Beth Cowie. I'm the founder of Amplify and the host of BizGrams. I have the privilege of having the privilege of working with Andrew, a grade 11 student from St. A. Gonzalez Secondary School, who is focusing his business on helping you to learn robotics. Andrew, how are you doing this morning?
It's good. Actually, I just recently got a sale from my company, so everything's looking good for today.
Hey, that is awesome. And so Andrew is part of a really good program. So if you know any young people in high school or post-secondary looking to find, experience building their business, Summer Company throughout the GTA and other cities have an opportunity where students like Andrew, myself included, I went through Summer Company through the Brampton Business Economic Development Center, and currently Andrew is going through the program in the Mississauga region. And so Andrew, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who or what inspired you to start this entrepreneurial venture?
Yeah, so I've always been interested. So my name is Andrew Shao, and I've always been interested in kind of STEM and generally entrepreneurship. So I've always been participating in clubs such as DECA, which encourages youth to go into case competitions, create their own companies, and learn about finance and marketing. And then since I've always been interested in kind of coding and robotics, I noticed when I was first getting into how to code and how to build robots that I didn't have enough support. Basically, all of the regions around Mississauga, there really wasn't very many camps for coding, and especially there wasn't any affordable ones for people like myself who may not want to particularly waste or like spend thousands of dollars learning how to code. And so now that I'm a little bit more experienced and I have the opportunity to really teach, I decided to create this new company called Shaobotics, which teaches youth aged 8 to 14 basically how to code and work with Arduinos and build their own circuits to solve real world problems.
So talk to us a little bit more about your entrepreneurial journey. What has been some of the challenges that you've experienced along the way, and what lessons have you learned or currently learning?
Yeah, so my entrepreneurial journey, it's definitely not been an easy one. So I've always wanted to really start a company. I've always had that kind of dream of working for myself and kind of earning my own money through my own means. And so when I saw that summer company program, I was like, I have to apply. I have to make my own company. And so now that I've actually been participating in the program for about a month now, I've ran into a variety of challenges, primarily dealing with marketing. So whenever you're trying to market your business, one major lesson that I've learned is that it's not a linear process. You're not going to expect one day to get one and then build it to three. It's really just a bumpy ride. Some days you might get 5 students joining. Some days you might not get one for a week. So the biggest lesson for anybody who's into entrepreneurship and they really want to build their own company would be you have to keep at it. Like even if you haven't seen a sale in a week, you have to keep, it's going to keep developing, and eventually you're going to get that first sale, you're going to get that first 10, and eventually you're going to hit the milestones that you want if you're persistent and you keep working at it.
So talk to us a little bit more about, building relationship with clients. What has that journey looked like for you?
Yeah, so whenever you're building a relationship with a client, it might be a week process, it might be a few days, and really it all starts off with building that confidence to go up to someone's door and really just knock on it. Like I've definitely gotten door slams of people like saying no to my face and stuff like that. You just have to develop that thick skin. After, when somebody's kind of interested, you definitely have to keep following up. So my typical schedule is I give them around 3 days before I maybe go back or ask for their email to kind of follow up and try to nurture that relationship slowly, giving them always new content. So for instance, at the beginning, I would introduce the company, but I keep giving them more content like my Facebook page, website, and other things so that they can keep learning a little bit more until they might make that sale after a week or so.
So talk to us a little bit about, the role of mentorship, guidance, training programs that you're in. How has that helped you along your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, so the summer company program, they actually give you a few mentors to work with. So I think there's 3 mentorship sessions across the entire program. And it's really, really helpful when building your company to really have somebody that can overlook and kind of see where is maybe a flaw in your current system and how can you improve on it so that you might actually be able to see some of these cracks in your system and improve them so you might get more sales. So like, for instance, I've been working with Chris-Beth now for 2 sessions now in terms of improving my marketing campaigns, stuff like that. And she really just helps me open my eyes up to like new methods to kind of develop new relationships, kind of find new clients and all that kind of stuff in terms of just opening your eyes to new opportunities and new methods to gain more sales, improve your website, or kind of like just improving your methodology around your company. So just having someone there to kind of overlook and kind of just look over your company and make sure to find all those cracks that you might be overlooking yourself.
Talk to us a little bit more for any of the viewers here today or beyond. You know, if you have a teenager, a young person, you know, between, I believe it's 16 and 29 that is enrolled in either high school or post-secondary, they can definitely tap into the Summer Company Program. So talk to us a little bit more about the program.
Yeah, so Summer Company is a program that offers high schoolers aged and university students from 16 to 29 to start their own entrepreneurship venture. So typically the registration or like kind of like the application process opens around in February, where you make your business plan and really plan out what you want for your future business, right? After having a few interviews about what your plans are, how you plan to improve it, how your company is especially different because they want to see innovation inside of their program. Let's say that you get accepted. Summer Company gives you a grant to work with so you can start up your business and it's not too much of an investment in terms of money on your part. So you have a grant and you can start off making your company right away. And they also provide you with mentorship, training sessions every week, and just general guidance. So anytime that you want to reach out, all of the mentors here are really friendly. So anytime that you need help with anything, you just send them an email and they respond and they kind of help you out with developing your company. And ultimately, they want to see you succeed. So in even the short time that they see, like 2 months in terms of the summer, they want to see your company grow and your company get results.
So Andrew, talk to us about any books or resources that have helped you along your entrepreneurship journey.
Yeah, so in terms of resources and books that I like to read, I typically, I think you suggested a book. I not quite recall the name, but you introduced it at the very beginning of our program, and I like to read that one. And also, there's a few books that my sister has bought in terms of her previous entrepreneurship adventure. So she actually participated also in the Summer Company Program. She created a company called Toyberry, which basically delivers toys for kids to give more toys to maybe kids who might not be as fortunate to be able to buy all the toys that they wanted. And so she created that kind of entrepreneurial activity back when she was in high school. And now I'm also part of the program. And so I'm just kind of referencing some of the books that she bought in terms of how to create your new startup, how to keep yourself motivated, and ultimately just how can you keep going on, right? Developing that thick skin. Every single day, you have to go out and market your product and make sure that you're slowly making improvements to your company so you can eventually see those results.
What advice do you have for any young entrepreneurs like yourself or even mature entrepreneurs? And I oftentimes say young entrepreneur, not just in age, but it may be their first time starting a business. So what is an advice you have for someone?
Yeah, so my biggest piece of advice, other than developing that thick skin that I talked about before, is really define your target market. Whenever you create a product, sometimes you'll have something like vague, like my product is for everyone, or my product is for all kids. But in reality, like if I marketed my product to all kids, maybe some kids are too young, some kids are maybe too old for the program, and they might not be as interested. I find that if you're going to create an entrepreneurial like venture, you're going to need to define a specific target market that you're going to advertise to, that you're going to talk to, and that you're really focusing your product so you can deliver high quality for that target market, and also really target your advertisements and get your marketing ideas out there to one specific set of clients instead of the whole world, because realistically you're not going to be able to market to 7.9 billion people.
Andrew, this has been a dynamic and powerful time with you, just to learn about, you know, from a very young age, that interest in wanting to run your own company and now having the ability to do so with the support of Summer Company and the mentors from that program. Thank you so much for being here with us today, and take care. Bye.
Yep, thank you for having me.